Sometimes I hear it said that development's hard enough without collaborating with anybody. The problem with that is you are always a part of the problem, because as soon as you start doing something in a place, then you're having an impact on that place. So if you're not actually collaborating, you do run the risk of breaking the prime directive of development, which is do no harm.
Mining is full of, public opinions, and there are a lot of stakeholders involved. So I was looking at that too, where you have to engage each and every stakeholder so that you can get involved in collaboration.
That IM4DC does have a role in sowing some seeds and identifying some issues and learning to stimulate the thinking in developing countries about what does this mean locally for them. It's then actually about working with local communities and local governments to find the patch of where you use that seed and where you sow that seed. Not just relying on our own instinct, but trying to listen.
I developed a lot of networks, from attending programs such as this one, and meet with technical people, and always constantly engage with them through emails. And whenever I have specific problems that of course I cannot solve myself, I always get back to them and ask them for help. So I've been actually using my networks, especially when you have the opportunity not to just request for help through emails, but the IM4DC link, you can just go and post your questions.
So collaboration is bringing together various players into the system so that by the end of the day, you can achieve agreed upon objective.
The regional cooperation amongst the mining companies, as well as governments as well, in mobilizing their resources and pulling them into one for the sake of development of the area, as opposed to silos and individual development plan.
The local knowledge, they said, if you are looking for this particular rock, let's follow these plants. They occur in this way. There's something which I never knew, but then when I bought into their knowledge, it was real.
Through a process of listening over several years to community members, civil society, governments, mining companies in different countries around the world, we started to notice that there were some common threads. So to Mark's point about an emergent or adaptive approach in complex systems, we started to try things and learn from that.
Sometimes it also may be appropriate to work with local actors to create new spaces for collaborations. One of the first things that those small farmers say, they say, help me improve education, help my kids get jobs, help me improve health services.
If you have leadership inside of a company that's arrogant, that hides information, that's hierarchical, they're going to treat the communities in the same way, and they're going to treat the government in the same way. So that collaboration really starts at home. That's really sort of Pollyannish to say, but I think it's really true. The company really has to embrace those values in order to be able to engage more broadly in the society in which they exist.
There is in fact every incentive for companies to put in place and put at the disposal of communities resources to make them stronger partners. Because in fact, the agreement that emerges from stronger partners is a more long-lasting agreement. And the risk that is paramount for companies is that you agree on something today and 3 years down the road, all the conditions change and they've got to start all over again. So there is an incentive for companies, a big incentive, to work with communities to empower them.
And if you involved all the members of the society in the most inviting and most welcoming way, you would get the best results out of that.